Once a man has counted you out, he will still entertain you. He will still spend money on you. He will still be intimate with you. And all the while you thought, whew, okay, close call. Nobody caught me. We're good. He called me to come over, or he's taking me out. And the whole time he knows this isn't going anywhere. Ladies, they have a budget for the fun girl. Their words. The men will tell you they have a budget for the fun girl. So if you think you're moving towards wifehood and you're acting in a way that is not representative of a wife, and they move you into the fun girl category, you may never know it. All right, let's go back in. Just another Mark is listening and laughing.
One of the things I learned from having male friendships, and by the way, I don't know if this is them pretending to make themselves feel better or they actually feel this way, but when a relationship goes wrong or women are, doing stupid things to them, they just literally think like, this will not be my wife, and they leave it there. Even if they keep messing with the girl, they keep her around for entertainment, whatever the reason is, they just already know this is not going anywhere, so whatever she does, like, it's fine. But I just feel like, personally, if I would have developed a mentality like that a long time ago, I feel like I wouldn't have gone through half the things I went through. Like, trying to force men to act right, trying to put them into a box of, like, a good boyfriend or a perfect future husband. I would just let things be. Like, this will not be my husband, that's fine, but let me enjoy his company while he's around. Let me just, entertainment, whatever, if things are going good, and just leave it at that. But, like, not every person has to be the one. Not every person has to tick off all your boxes. Like, I don't know. I just feel like life will be easier.
Wish you would learn to love people and use things and not the other way around.
Yes, life would be so much easier. So I'm going to unpack a lot of this, and I'm going to do this from a male's perspective and what I believe that women do as well. Because I hate to say, well, women do it too. I hate when people say, or women especially, because they got to jump in and say, well, women do it too, which is kind of like what she hinted at. And this is just how people are. But the fact of the matter is, a lot of times with men, it takes a lot more for a woman to turn him off, right? He can look past a lot of things, right? Women, on the other hand, they're not really like that. They'll deal with a guy who is inherently toxic, and she tries to, I try to change him, get him to act right. If he acted right, you wouldn't like him. I constantly have these conversations with women all the time, and they try to argue it down. Women love toxicity and dysfunction, right? Goldie just did a video, and I'm not going to post it here. Oh, I might just throw it in there. But he said something like, to really have a woman head over heels over you, and this is a lot of women, you have to create a problem. Because if everything's so peaceful with women, a lot of times she's going to start a problem. So he says you got to start a problem first, which I don't necessarily agree with, but I know the mentality because this is how women are. Now, we all know as men, there's been a woman that we've been with, or even on a first date, and a woman says something or does something, and you're like, nah, I'm not messing with this woman. I'm just gonna clap and going about my business. This is a chick I would never take seriously. I would never take seriously. I'll continue to clap because women are like, well, why do you keep fucking me? Why do you keep doing this? Because it's the buns. I can look back. A dude will sleep with a demon. She can be fine. This demon could be cold. The sex is stellar, but she's just not a good person. I've been there, guys. And a lot of times, a lot of women just in general just aren't good people. A lot of women have bad character. And I have women in the comments be talking about, what do you mean, Jet? Well, ladies, y'all know other women don't have bad character. I just did a video about women being evil. And this was a woman saying this, breaking down how women are evil. Women generally have bad character, man. That's just how it is. But the fact that they have a body and what men want from them is sex, they get a pass on a lot of things. So a lot of dudes, he'll know off top, this will never be wifey for lifey. This will never be anything. He'll take her out just to smash. He gets some Lewinsky or whatever like that, just to have a pretty thing on his arm and to get some. And all the while, she's probably thinking the same thing also. I'm just with this dude for the money or whatever. Or a woman will deal with a low value dude. Like a lot of older women, right? I used to be in a relationship with a woman, and she ended up dealing with younger men, but women know I can never take this younger guy seriously. This is just for fun, right? He doesn't possess any of the qualities. He's just there for sex and the toxicity that I get out of the situation. And that's how it is. This goes both ways. A lot of times women know that they don't want you on dates. They don't like you, but they'll go on multiple dates. But women don't think about that. They'll watch this video based, how dare men, how can men do this to us? And women do it all the time, bro. Women do this all the time. So shout out to those 10 to 20% of fellas that's clapping up all these chicks, right? Because, hey, I like when a brother wins. I like when a brother gets over, and the women just continue to love this feeling that they get out of it. I had a conversation last night about this. The fact that women just prefer to be side chicks, and they fret over a guy. They try the best to win the guy over. Dudes will be a pookie, and he'll be a pookie, and she's the side chick, giving guys money, all types of stuff. But a well-to-do guy who's really caring, understanding, emotionally available, all those things you're not going to deal with. And I'm not going to make this about women. I'm just saying this to say that men do this, and they'll deal with a woman that they don't even really like. You always think a man has to like you just to pipe you down. No, not at all, baby. You know what I'm saying? A man won't take you, and just like a lot of these conversations, these dudes don't take women on dates sometimes, but she'll continuously give the dudes the buns and the Lewinsky and everything and try to talk him into taking her on a date. But yeah, these dudes come through, clap, do whatever they want, and these women are there for it. But that's just how it is. Fellas, you'll deal with a woman that don't cook, clean, got attitude, don't call you to check on you or whatever, but you still show up and clap in that situation. You know what I mean? So ladies, you can get upset all you want. A lot of y'all, I feel a lot of times we do the person a disservice by not telling them these things. And it could be just from obviously from a subjective standpoint where we're like, hey, you're doing this. Hey, you're too loud. Or some of us feel like it's a waste of time. Men, we just get in the buns and you'll put up with whatever, because that's, But a lot of dudes, you should be like, yo, give a woman game. Like, yo, you could work on this, you could work on this. But a lot of times women don't want to work on themselves. We know this, fellas. We know this. Women don't want to listen to anything you have to say. They'll listen to what other women say or try to copy what other women do. But women don't want to work on themselves, bro. Just a fact of the matter. So, fellas, stay toxic. No, I'm just joking. Fellas, just stay toxic. Just keep it player. And let a woman prove herself to you. And you just use, like I said, and women hate when I say this, you just use a woman because she's using you until she proves otherwise, man. But don't invest too much time and money, man. Just my thoughts. Let me know what you guys think. Comment below. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. Much blessings and abundance. Stick around for the next videos. It's going to pop up on the screen below. That's where I'm going to see you guys at. It's your favorite everything. This is Wisdom. I'm the best. Let's run it up to 1 million. Quit playing with me. Peace.